Welcome to Barre. My name is Liza. Today's class will be pretty similar to our other classes. We will start with a warm-up, then we will go into our arm section, go to the bar, do our lower body, and then we will go to the mat and focus on core. But you won't need any weights for today's class, just a chair and some type of mat or a towel. So with that, for our waiver, in order to make these classes as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of the class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in yoga, or a class that involves lying on the ground, we recommend using a mat or a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. Woo! Alrighty, I'm going to be able to recite that in my sleep by the end of this. All right, so we're going to start with our warm-up, so you can join me on our mat. All right. So we're just gonna start with some lunges. So you're gonna take one foot and you're gonna send it behind you, not right behind you, but about hip stance. And then we're gonna take a nice lunge to the back and lift. Nice space in between our feet. You wanna hold on to your bar for some balance, feel free. Good, making sure that front knee does not come over the front toe. We're keeping it right in line with our ankle. Our body is nice and upright. We're not leaning too far forward or backwards. Good. Just warming up our legs to start. Wow, the sun is strong. I'm already sweating. All right, let's go for 4, then we're adding on 3, 2, now stay down. Option, you can reach over with that arm that has the leg back, you can reach. So reaching to the opposite side and come back up. Lunge down, reach over, center, back up. Lunge, reach. Good, this is just getting a nice stretch in our side body. And let's go for 3, reach, lift, 2. If you don't want to do the reach, you can just stay down and hold. Last one, come up, step it in. We're going to take a nice side lunge. So same leg is going to come out pretty far, pretty wide. And we're going to lean forward a little bit, pushing our hips back. But again, making sure that our knee does not come over our toe. Nice flat back, push up. Lunge down and squeeze. Really use your right glute or whatever leg you have working right now. Use your glute muscle to push into the floor. Drive the heel in towards your mat. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Keep going. Your feet are pointed towards me. They're not turned out. They're both parallel to each other. Let's go for 4. Then we're going to add a little bit on 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now we're going to add in an optional reach, center, back. Lunge down, twist, center, back. If you just want to twist a little bit, placing that hand on your low back and then just slightly rotating. That sounds good to me. We're just warming up our spine. Let's go 2 more. Twist and up, down, twist and up. All right, we got that other side now. So starting, actually, just kidding. One more move. So we're going to pivot our feet so we're facing the side now. And then our leg is still in front that we've been working. And we're going to kind of do a balancing exercise. So with your standing leg, ground into the floor, slight bend. I want you to lean forward and come up. Lean forward and come up. My hips are squared to the ground the whole time. If you want to just take a forward hinge and lift with the toe on the ground, that's totally fine. We're working on our core balance here, but also working on that hamstring. Let me face this way. Working on this hamstring as we squeeze up. And squeeze. Nice flat back. If you're doing a little balance challenge, maybe use the bar for a little support. Good. Let's go 2 more. 2. Squeeze. Last one. And squeeze. All right, now we're working towards the other side. So send that other leg behind you. Nice wide stance for our normal lunge. Down and up. Taking some time here to maybe set a goal for yourself for class today. Maybe just focus on your breathing. Inhale down, exhale up. Maybe try to keep that breath consistent throughout class today. Good, let's go 2 more, then we're gonna add our little lean if you would like. So now when we come down, you can take a little stretch and push back up. Lunge, reach, and back up. Ooh, it's harder without that bar for support. And lift, down, little reach. Again, you can just stay down if the reach is not working for you today. Let's do 2 more. Lunge. Checking on that lunge form, making sure the knee is not coming over the toe for our last one. Reach, and up to center. Take that other leg that we just had back and step it wide. Lunging over, press to center. Over. So it's like you're sitting in a chair, but the chair is over here instead of directly behind you, like a squat. Toes are facing me. Chest is proud. Breathing in. Exhale out. Breathing in. Breathing is going to help the blood get to your muscles, to help you work a little bit more efficiently. So we always want to breathe. All right, let's add in our twist. Down, open to the side, center, push up. Lunge, open, center, lift. Oh yeah, sweat dripping down my forehead. Let's go for 3, twist, and 2. Last one, down, twist, center, up. Nice. Now we're gonna do our little balance challenge. So turn the other side. Get a nice stable ground with your foot, bend the knee. Either have the toe on the ground or a little lifted as you lean forward and come back up. Lean forward, squeeze the hamstring of the standing leg, come back up. Forward, lift. Thinking about your hips, hinging forward, and back to center. They are equal, they are parallel to each other. It doesn't matter how high you get your leg, if you are lifting it, if you are on the ground, thinking about keeping that nice flat back, bend in the standing leg, as you hinge and squeeze the glute, squeeze the hamstring. Ooh, to come back up. I feel that. Let's go 2. 2, squeeze. Last one. And squeeze. All right, shake it on out. I hope you're feeling a little sweaty. I am. We're gonna take it down to the mat. And we are gonna do some hip openers. So for these, you can either do these on the mat in plank, or you can use your bar chair as your inclined plank position. So I'll show it here first. Feel free to come with me to the chair if you're feeling like the chair. We're gonna be in our plank position. You're gonna take one leg, step the foot to the outside of your right hand. Feel that nice hip stretch. Keep the spine long and step it back. Left leg comes to the outside of the left hand. Breathe in, exhale out. Step it back. Continue here if that works for you. Alternating side to side. If you want a modification, using your chair, you step your foot to the outside of the chair and step it back, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Step it to the side of the chair, back to plank. If your hips are a little tight and you can't, get them fully loose to be on the floor, this is a great option. Kind of lean into it, step it back. Let's go 2 more, 1 on each side. And then we're gonna finish in our plank. Last one. Feel that nice stretch, send it back. All right, take a little break. Maybe roll out your wrists as I explain what we're doing next. Option to be in your chair or on the ground. We're gonna be in that plank position. Belly is up. Your belly button is pulling towards your spine. We're not rounded, we're not sunk down. And then we're gonna press back to downward dog. If you're in the chair, you can bend your knees, extend your arms, drop your head, and come back to plank. Downward dog, reach the arms to plank. Continue here, or take it on the floor for downward dog. Plank. Try to press your chest back towards your knees for that downward dog. Roll to plank. Use your breath. Inhale to downward dog maybe. Exhale to plank. Or maybe exhale to downward dog. Then inhale to plank. Good. Warming up our body. Taking it slow. Let's do 2 more here. And then come back to the chair. And last one. All right, and sit it back or stand it up. Just shake it out, maybe shake off those wrists. Ooh, take a nice inhale, nice exhale. Shake off the body. Maybe towel off, get a little water. We're gonna start our arm section now. We are going to be on the mat to start. And we are going to be lying on our side. Take a little breather. Ooh. All right. Whew. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm feeling the sweat. I hope you are too. All right, so we're gonna be on our side. We're going to have our hand that's closest to me, flat on the floor. You're gonna take your other hand, wrap it under you, and then just lie down. Taking this arm that's in front of you, you're going to gently push your body up and come back down. A little lift up and down. You're pressing into all 5 fingers to push and lower. Little lift. Good. So we're working our triceps right now, the back of this arm muscle. So you should, if you put your arm on it, feel it tighten and then relax. Lifting, pushing into the ground, come back down. You really don't have to push too high, just enough to feel that tension in your arm and then lower back down. Let's go for 4. Woo! Last 3. Really spread those fingers wide on the mat. 2. And last one. Come down, roll onto your stomach. We're gonna take some push-ups. So coming up onto our hands and knees, walk your hands out. They're right under your shoulders. Nice diagonal line between your shoulders and your hips. And then you can stay on your knees or pop up onto your toes. We're going down. Lower, press away. Lower the chest, press away. Trying to keep a nice diagonal line between your shoulders and your hips. Try to think about squeezing your glutes, squeezing your quad muscles, and of course lifting that belly button up towards the spine. Nice engaged core for 2 more. 2. Last one, we're holding at the bottom. Hold. Everyone comes to your knees for 5, 4, 3, 2. Push away. 1. Woo, we're jumping right to that other side triceps. So flip on over. Hand that's closest to me on the mat, fingers wide, other hand wrapped around. Take a little deep breath in. On the exhale, push up. Inhale down, exhale, push. Good. Immediately feeling it in your tricep of the arm that's in front. Little push and come down. Good work, everyone. These are definitely difficult, but they are very effective, especially if you don't have any weights at home. Body weight is perfectly fine to feel that burn. Let's do 2. And last one, lift and lower down. Woo. All right. Coming out of our seated position, we're actually gonna stand it up now. We're gonna focus more on our shoulders. My sister's doing this class, and when I was planning it, she was like, oh, please don't do shoulder circles. And I was like, well, I must do shoulder circles now that you don't want them. So we're gonna do big shoulder circles to start. So we won't be doing too many of them, but we are doing some. So your feet can be wide or narrow, whatever you want. You can be in a second position plie. You can just have a slight bend in the knees. We're circling the arms forward. Nice big circles. I'm picturing that I'm drawing a really big donut. My friends, I don't know if anyone, well, they don't have Krispy Kremes where I live up here, but my friends in Virginia said that Krispy Kreme is doing like a dozen donuts free for any 2020 graduate. So get yourself to Krispy Kreme. That's what I'm picturing right now. Let's go forward for 2. Last one, and let's rotate back. So reverse the direction. Ooh, I always feel it more in my shoulders when I go back. Keeping the core nice and tight. We don't want to arch the back when we circle the arms back. Nice still body. You just swallowed some pollen. Woo, love springtime. And around, let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms down. You're gonna pretend like you're holding a big beach ball. So nice rounded arms. And you're gonna bring your arms up to the middle, there's that word, all the way up high, out to the side, flip the palms back down. Lift, center, out, flip them down. Keep that beach ball in your hands the whole time. You're picking it up, lift, lift, open, pick it up again. Good. This is called a port de bras ballet. Whew. And it might not look, you know, like you're doing much, but do these a couple times in a row and shoulders are like, oh wow, I feel that. Keeping the shoulders away from your ears, nice space between them, open and down. Let's go for 3, lift, out, and flip. Last two, lift, last one. You're gonna keep it out to the side. So you're nice and rounded, so we're not up here, we're kind of like here. So your elbows are facing towards the back. Then from here, pressing the shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you move the elbows back, back. So all I'm doing is squeezing my shoulder blades together to cause my arms to push back. Ooh, feeling it in the shoulders right now. Out and back. Back for 4, 4, 3, oh boy, 2, 1, and drop it down. Now we are going to lift it back up to our highest position, and I'm gonna walk back so you can see me. We're gonna pull down, lift, pull down. So imagine that you're pulling 2 ropes down, down. So a little shoulder press, little engagement of our biceps as we pull. You're picturing your own resistance here, grabbing something, pulling it down. Pull. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Feel free to take it low if you would like. For 4, 3, 2, keep it here in go post. You're going to extend the arms out, curl in for a bicep. Extend the arms out, you're gonna curl in, but it's gonna be kind of like you're clearing a table, and then you're gonna curl under, and then clear the table, regular bicep curl. So I'm kind of rotating my shoulders. Ooh, yeah, feeling it. As I switch between these 3 types of kind of curls. So this one, biceps, shoulders, and then this is triceps. In, up, across, and down. Across, and up, across. Let's do one more full set here. In, across, down, across, up. Finish here. We're gonna hold our arms out, flip your palms down, thumbs are facing the floor. Little pulse, little pulse. Ooh, feeling the burn in the shoulders. This is our last move of arms today. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Picture something else. I'm picturing myself at a beach, relaxing on the sand for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Woo, good work. Nice shoulder roll to the front, to the back. Get a little water. We are starting our bar. Oh yeah, shoulders are gonna feel that tomorrow. We'll take a nice shoulder stretch at the end. Let's flip our chair around. Let me do a little time check, time check. Perfect, perfect. Alrighty, so you can face the bar. I'm just gonna face you guys for a little bit better view of what I'm doing. We're gonna start in our first position. Our heels are together, toes are just comfortably turned out, and we're gonna work on our calf raises a little bit right now. So you're going to lift your heels, and I want you to feel like your inner thighs and your calves are squeezing together. So right now I'm not squeezing, now I'm squeezing. And so I'm feeling that glute activation, feeling the inner thigh activation, and then I'm gonna lower, lift, lower. So we're just lifting the heels, and you're thinking about squeezing your legs together as you lift. Kind of like you're a zipper, you're being zipped up and then down. Lift, down. Trying to control the down so that you're not just plopping your heels to the floor. We're slow and control, lowering them down. Lower, lower for 4. Then we're adding on 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go down for 2 and up. Down for 2 and up. Down, 2, lift. So this forces you to control the descent. Down for 2, pop up. Down for 2, pop up. You should be feeling your calves start to burn a little bit here. Remembering to squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze your glutes together as you lift. Up, down for 2, lift. 2 more. Down for 2, and down for 2. Now we're gonna go lift, down, up, down, up. So we're emphasizing the down, up. Kind of like you're springing off of a trampoline. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh yeah, the calves. Down, lift. So we're kind of confusing them right now because they just did a lot of slow stuff and now they're doing a little bit more explosive stuff. Down, lift. Let's go 2. And last one, not done yet. We're going halfway down, lift. Halfway down, lift. So my heels are never coming to the ground. They're just going down half, lift up. Down half, lift up. For 4, 3, 2, squeeze the inner thighs. 1, oh, my legs are shaking, and shake it out. All right, good work with the calves. We are moving on to a little bit non-traditional bar move, but I like it, so we're gonna do it. So for this one, you do wanna be sideways facing me on your mat. So you're gonna have a nice wide stance, kind of like when we did our side lunge, but maybe a little bit less wide. What we're doing is we're going to do a wide-legged deadlift, and then we're going to go into a squat. So what that looks like from the side, our deadlift is that same hinging motion that we did in our warm-up, where our back is nice and flat. We have a nice slight bend in the knees. You hinge forward just enough to feel those hamstrings engage, and then squeeze up. Hinge down, squeeze up. Nice slight bend in the knees. Very different from a squat because we're not hinging from our knees, we're hinging from our hips. Letting our chest come forward and squeeze. Forward, and then right on the up, squeeze the hamstrings, squeeze the glutes without locking your knees. You don't want to thrust your hips forward. You just want to think about squeezing the glute so you get your hips back to neutral with your body. All right, once you've got a hang of this, we're gonna add in a squat. So next time, we're going down, lift, and then now you're coming into a normal squat and lift. Deadlift forward, squeeze up. Now coming into our squat. Knees are not coming over our toes. Lift. I'm gonna face you. Deadlift forward, squat down. Notice that my chest is much more lifted for the squat. Lifted chest, knees are in line with your toes. Squeeze up. The toes can be slightly pointed out to the side, or they can be facing me. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Your weight is in your heels for both of these movements. Let's go for 2. Last squat, and then to deadlift, and come up. All right, shake that out. We're going back to our first position. We have a little bit more quad work to do. We're gonna enter into our Pleeeaze. So from here, I want you to bend your knees into this nice diamond shape. You are not leaning forward. Your hips are right under your shoulders. Then we're gonna roll up onto the balls of our feet, and then heels come together. So heels are touching, diamond shape. We're going down for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, down, and lift, up. 2, 3, up. I can't count. Down, 2, 3, 4, lift. 2, 3, 4. Making sure you are just sliding down a wall. Really trying not to lean too far forward as you lower and bend the knees. Down, 2, 3, 4. Your knees are tracking over your big toe and your second toe. So look at your feet and maybe slightly adjust. Maybe that means your diamond is skinnier. Maybe that means your diamond is wider. And up, 2, 3, 4. Last, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Now we're going down for 2. 2, 1, lift, lift. Down for 2, up for 2. Good. Press the heels together to help you balance. Your legs are going to be shaking. Mine definitely are. And we're going down, down for 2. Woo, brace the core. Relax the upper body. Down for 2, up for 2. Last 2. Then we have a little more. Down for 2, up. Now singles. Down, lift, down, lift. You're going about 2 to 3 inches up and down. Down, lift, down, lift. Hips are under your shoulders. Woo! Raise those heels a little bit higher if you can off the floor. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. 1, you're pulsing up, up, up. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Shake it out. That felt good. Woo. Alrighty. We are almost done. We have one more move that we will do on both sides of the body. Nice. Time check. So we're going to work the outer part of our thigh and glute right now. So your feet are parallel right under your hips. Maybe take a little water, little breather while I explain. You're going to bend your knees, tip over so that your entire forearm is resting on the bar, but your shoulders are still facing me and they're stacked right on top of each other. We're not caving down. Think about opening your chest up. Good. Hips are, again, stacked on top of each other, and you're just going to extend that outer leg. So my hip is on top of my knee, which is on top of my ankle, and then we're lifting the leg. Lift the leg. Knee is pointing towards me. Lift and down. Good. Keep that core engaged, upper body relaxed. Try not to have your shoulders up towards your neck. Extend your neck long. Relax the shoulders down. Nice bend in the standing leg. So if I turn this way, my standing leg is pretty well bent. Lift and down. Lift and down. Using that outer thigh, outer glute to lift. Feeling maybe a little bit of an oblique crunch in that side of the core. All right, let's go 2 more. 2, and I want you to hold it to a comfortable position and then bring the heel in towards the glute and out. In and out. The knee stays. All that's moving is my foot is coming in towards my body and extending out. In and out. Keep a nice open chest. In, out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it in so your heel is reaching towards your glute. And then you're going to take your hand, I want you to place it on your thigh and physically push your thigh back and forward. Push it back and forward. So side view, back, forward. My foot is coming towards this side, back and forward. I push, back to front, push, back to front. So you're squeezing your glute to push the leg back, push the leg back. Woo. Let's go 4. If you're feeling this on the standing leg, that is normal. 2, 1, keep it back, lift. Now lift from the under thigh. You're lifting the knee, and the leg is going with it. Squeeze the glute to lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 4, woo, 3, last 2, last 1, and come down. All right, shake that out. I hope you guys felt that. I felt that a lot. All right, I'm gonna switch on over to the second side. So you know where we're going with this. So this is why the second side is always the best side, my favorite side, because you know what's happening. There's no surprises. And if there was something that you didn't quite get on the first side, you can get it on this side. So parallel feet, bend the knees, tip over, forearm on the bar, extend that other leg, lifted neck, relaxed shoulders, lift the leg, lift. I'm gonna come a little bit further away. Good, awesome job. Whew. All right, let's breathe together to get through this last set of movements at the bar. Again, look at your standing leg. Is your hip on top of your knee, and is your knee on top of your ankle? Knee of the lifted leg is pointed towards me. You can flex or point the toe. Let's go 2. Let's go 1, and then we're curling that heel in, extend it out. In, extend. Knee stays still. If you're having trouble keeping it up, lower the leg a little. That's totally fine. If you have the leg low, you're still doing the work. That is totally 100% okay. I'd rather you be low than be up here in wonky form. Let's go 2, 1, hold it in, same thing, use that hand. Push the leg back, back to center. Push, back to center. Push, and push. If you're down low, wrap and wrap. Squeeze that back glute. Kind of like, I don't really know, you're trying to like squeeze your glutes together and over. Good, let's go for 4. Oh my goodness, standing leg. 2, 1, last move here. Readjust yourself, bend that standing leg. Lift the leg a little bit higher from your glute to lift. Up, up, up. Woo, hips are facing me. You're squeezing your glute to lift the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. We are done with the bar. Very good job. That was a hard bar. Let's take a little stretch. So, figure 4 stretch if that works for you. So you can cross one leg and then sink down, getting a nice stretch in the outer leg, outer glute, flexing that foot that's crossed over to protect your knee. Good, and when you're ready, you can switch it over. If this stretch doesn't work for you, you can do a little bit of a hamstring stretch, leaning forward. You can do a quad stretch. Ooh. Taking this time to recover before our last section of class, our core section. Alrighty, bring your bar back. You might want to tilt your chair around so you can use it if you want for some variations. Take a water break. Take a breath. Wipe the sweat from your face. All right. Perfect time. We are going to be down on the mat to start. Catch the breath. All right. So we're going to find a nice comfy place and rock back and forth on your butt till you find those two kind of bones that you can easily sit on and balance on. Legs are out in front of us, maybe a little bit more than they usually would be. And then you have two options here. We can have our arms raised above our head in that kind of lifted port de bras, beach ball holding arms, or we can have our arms behind us, fingers facing towards our toes. Nice bend in the elbows as we do this. So I'm going to start by doing this option, and we're bringing alternating legs into the chest, in and over. Good. Hi guys. I'm just teaching a class. I'll be done in like 15 minutes, okay? She is, but she's also doing the class. So we'll come get you in 15 minutes, okay? Keep on going, everybody. Good. So you're bringing the knee into the chest and extend. In, extend. If your arms are up, feel free to drop opposite arm as leg as we crunch the knee in towards the chest. Keeping the chest open, keeping a nice tall spine as we do this. Good. Whew. Let's go. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do both legs at the same time. In, extend. In, extend. So you have the option to keep your hands on the floor. Maybe hover them. In, extend. If you want, bringing the arms up, you're going to hug, extend. Hug, extend. Woo! Feeling this in your core. Let's go for 4, 3. Pull those knees into the chest. Last one. In, out, and down. All right, let's lie onto our backs. Slowly roll it down. Ooh, feel the sun now. All right, we're going to start with some crunches. So our hands are going to be gently placed behind our neck. Elbows are wide. Your chin and your neck or your chest, there's a nice space in between the two. You don't want to be hunched in. Think about an apple resting between. And then you're just going to lift the shoulders and head up, down. Lift, down. Lifting from your core, not your neck. You're not pulling on your head to lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Notice how the exhale on the lift makes you automatically crunch in that core. Lift and down. For 4, and we're gonna go left and right. Last 2, last 1. Now we're going to crunch over to the side. Arms are still open. Down, other side, down. Side, down, other side, down. Keeping that space between your chin and your chest. Nice apple resting in between. Or a Krispy Kreme donut. Let's go with the donut theme. Side to side for 4, 3, breathing, 2. Now keep it towards one side. We're just crunching over to the left first. Left and down. Left and down. If you want a little bit of a challenge, extend the left arm, crunch over, maybe lift the leg, lower it down. Lift to crunch, lower it down. So you're lifting and lowering the left leg as you crunch. Pressing the left arm into the ground. For 3, you have options here. 2, take what works for you. 1, down, little breather. Other side. Woo, let's go. Inhale, exhale, crunch to the other side. Over, over. You know what options you have. You can stay here. Nice space between chin and chest, or you can extend the right arm, extend the right leg, and lift and lower the leg as you crunch. Ooh, yeah. Let's go. For 4, 3, last 2, last 1, and come down. Inhale and exhale. Alrighty, we have one last move. It's not a crunch. Woohoo! We're gonna be on our stomachs for our last move. We're gonna be working on our low back strength and a little bit of our lats, kind of the side of our body right here. So, coming onto our stomachs, we're gonna be kind of in a, I like to call, and other fitness instructors like to call, a superhuman pose, where we're going to have our arms and legs lifted off the mat, but you're still looking directly down at the mat. You don't want to arch your neck up. Alrighty, so let's start in a down position on the mat, and then let's lift the legs and arms up. Chest is lifting as high as it can off the ground. Eyes are looking down, lower down. You're flying, and now you're down. Lift, squeeze the glutes to lift the legs, lower down. Lift, down. 2, last one we're adding on. All right, last one, you're holding. I want you to open one arm to the side, bring it back. Other arm comes down to the side, bring it back. You can drop your legs here. I find it a little bit easier to lift my legs actually. Good. Squeeze your elbow back towards your side. Front. Maybe take a little break. Little breather. If you want to keep going, go for it. Really. I need a little breather. And we're going again for 6 more. Let's go. Lift. Squeeze the arm. Other arm squeezes in. Looking down at the mat. Breathe. Last 2. And last one on this side. Squeeze, hold, and lower down. Woo. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. All right. Let us push up into a tabletop position. Let's stretch out our wrists a little bit here. So taking one wrist, palm is facing you, fingers are facing your other hand. And just feel this nice stretch in your wrist. Maybe draw each finger towards your thumb, one at a time. Maybe draw them all in to make a fist. And relax. Shake it out. Place it on the mat. Other wrist. Flip it up. Maybe touching finger to thumb. Gaining your breath here. Nice inhales. Nice exhales as you shake that out. Take a few cat-cows here. All right. Your shoulders are right over your wrists. Your hips are right over your knees. Let's arch our spine, letting the belly button drop. And then curving the spine, belly button comes up Drop the head and back. Cat, or this is cow. This is cat. Working with your breath here. Let's inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do one more. Inhale, cow. Externally rotating shoulders out. Up. Alrighty, let's sit back. Maybe come to a seated position. And let's take our arms, clasp them behind us, open the chest, push the fingers in towards the mat, maybe slight gaze up as we stretch our chest. Inhale. All right, I promised you a shoulder stretch. So let's wrap one arm over the body, pulling not on your elbow, but above or below. And then try to drop that shoulder so it's level with the other one. That'll give you a nice stretch. Breathing in and out. Let's switch over. If you set a goal for yourself today, maybe reflecting on that goal. Maybe reflecting on how you feel now versus the start of class. I know I feel a lot sweatier, but I also feel a lot better just mentally. I feel more clear. My body feels like it moved. It's a good feeling. All right, let's stretch it out. And let's roll back onto our backs and take that figure four stretch again, but just on the ground this time. So crossing one leg over the other, flex that foot, bring the other leg in a little towards the chest if that feels good. Getting that nice outer thigh, outer glute stretch. And when you're ready, keeping this same pose, you're gonna lower your left foot to the ground and then just take your right leg and lower it, twisting over to the ground until your right foot reaches the mat or the floor. Arms can come out into a T. This is just a variation of a spinal twist. On your next inhale, let's use our core to bring the legs back up to center, and let's switch them out. So left is coming over right, maybe hug the right leg into the chest, flexing that left foot. And placing that right foot back on the ground, letting your body twist over, letting the left leg come to the mat. Both arms are open to a T, both shoulders are on the mat. You are relaxing the upper body. The next inhale, using the core to slowly bring the legs back to center, uncross, maybe hug the knees in towards the chest, maybe rocking side to side. Water. And when you are done rocking side to side, come up to a seated position, and then curl up into your little ball. And let's send one leg back. So pick a leg, any leg. Coming into either a high hip flexor stretch or low lunge stretch, or having the knee on the back mat, untuck the toes, and just gently push the hips forward, but keep them even with each other. Again, while we're stretching, very important to keep our knee in line with our ankle. Good. All right. If you're on the mat, tuck that toe again, come back up. Let's come into our triangle position. So walk that back foot towards the front. This is a good time. This stretch is always kind of uncomfortable for me, because I have very tight hamstrings. So this is a good time to use your chair if you have it. Your feet are on two different train tracks. They're not one in front of the other. And then there's a slight bend in your knees. And then you're just trying to hinge your front body over the front leg. This is why I like the chair, because I can use it for some support as I let my neck hang loose. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. All right, and let's take the back leg, step it in towards the front, send the other leg back into whatever lunge you would like to take on this side, recognizing that our sides are different, and some sides, one side is tighter than the other sometimes, and so one variation that you take on one side might not be the same as the one that you take on the other side. Breathing, enjoying this nice breeze right now. Whew. Alrighty, and then when you're ready, walk that back leg in, triangle position, slight bend in the knees, hips are level and squared down to the floor as you just lean over that front leg. So we're stretching out our hamstring right here. Hamstrings are the tightest muscle across America, and I am one of them. So I'm one of those people. And so I try to stretch my hamstrings, I guess maybe every time I work out, but I usually forget. So we're doing it now. All right, let's step the back leg into the front. Come all the way up to a standing position. Let's take one last quad stretch here. Whew. Grabbing one leg and pulling gently on our foot. Whew. Thank you all so much for coming to today's class. It was so great to see you all. So many familiar faces and names. Whew. I teach again next Thursday at 4 p.m. You want to come back? That'll be my last bar class ever at William & Mary. So I would love if you were there. Whoa, if I could find my balance. Switch on over to the other leg for our quad stretch. Be proud of yourself for all the work that you did today. We did a lot of stuff today, and our bodies did a lot of moving. So be happy, you moved your body today and maybe got outside, maybe just, sweat a lot in your living room. All right, let's shake it out. Let's take one big inhale, and let's exhale it out. Woohoo! All right, thank you all so much for coming to today's class. I'm going to pause the recording and